Good morning, children. Today we are discussing about pair of linear equation and as well as quadratic equation. I hope so. Now onwards, at least you start daily one chapter practice and exam as per the government timetable. They given each exam 2 days gap. You can use maximum time and 1.5 day use for the 1 or 2 times revision for the textbook and remaining half day use for the model papers. How they are asking, you revise 4-5 papers, then that's enough for you. This much 3 months gap we got, that we can overcome. Now this 2 days if you use properly on the exam time, definitely you will get good grades. I hope so. Thank you. Now I will go enter into the topics. In the pair of linear equation we are having these are the topics. First of all, represent, if you go definition, in 9th standard you have studied that linear equation in 2 variable. Now you are studying pair, means there are 2 equations. Here 2 equations in 2 variables. Here the general form is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 all are belongs to real number, and the condition is a1 square plus b1 square is not equal to 0 and a2 square plus b2 square is not equal to 0. If that becomes 0 means we won't get a linear equation. Okay. Then after that, here first situation is represent the data into pair of linear equation in 2 variables. Whatever the word problem is there, we need to frame into the form of pair of linear equation in 2 variables. If you go next one is how many solutions exist for the given pair of linear equation, unique or infinite or no common solution. In this situation, we have to check for the given 2 equations, we have to convert into standard form, and after that we check the ratio a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. After checking the ratio, go with a1. If the ratio is a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, then we can say that is a unique solution and one common solution, and if the a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2, we can say no solution. Those are parallel lines. If a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, if you got that ratio, then we can say infinitely many solution. If you go with the graphical representation, if both the lines are intersecting at one point, means we can say that is a unique solution. If both the lines represent a parallel lines, it has no common solution. If both the lines are coincident, we can say it has infinitely many solution. In these 2 cases, we can say those are consistent. Consistent means what is the definition? One or more solution exist, then we can say that a pair of linear equation is consistent. If no solution exists, means we can say those are inconsistent, no common solution. If next topic is find the value of p for the following system of equation as unique or no solution, or they can give one of the condition, but in the 2 equations they will give one missing variable coefficient, means x px like that they can give, or py they can give any order, but we need to find out that p value or k value they will give in that, and also they will mention that condition there for what value of p the following pair of linear equations having unique solution or coincident, they will give one condition. Based on this condition we can substitute the values, we will get the p value or whatever k value we can get. And after that, this pair of linear equations always not possible in the graphical method. Why? Because sometimes if you get irrational numbers, we cannot represent our rational numbers on the graph paper, decimals, that is difficult to plot on that paper. In that situations we will go for alternate method. Those are substitution method, and other method is elimination method. We will discuss at that time while solving the problems. And last concept is reducing into linear and solve the pair of linear equation by elimination or substitution. We will go the topics now. Now we will see one problem. Represent the data into a pair of linear equation. This is a textbook problem. Most of them will confuse how to represent this data. We will see this one. If 3 students sit on each bench, one student will be left. If 4 students sit on each bench, one bench will be left. Means if 3 students sitting on each bench, means one student will be left, means one student will be extra. If 4 students sit on each bench, then one bench will be left, means one bench is extra. Means find the number of students and number of benches in that class. Means in this data we have to represent into pair of linear equation in 2 variables. Means here we are assuming as first of all number of students you take as x, number of benches is y, or you take benches is x, students is y, whatever value you take, unknowns we can take. I am taking as number of students is x, number of benches is y. For this first situation, if you see 3 students sit on each bench, how can we represent 3 students sit on each bench means we can write as x equal to 3y. This is the situation. Each bench is one bench means 3 into 1 3 students. If 2 benches means 3 into 2 6. If 3 benches means 3 into 3 9. Like that we can get. But one student is left means we are removing that student. Then we can write as x minus 1 equal to 3y. X minus 1 equal to 3y. That is the first situation. If you go next situation, if 4 students sit on each bench, this one we can write as x equal to like this 4y. Because if you take bench is 1, 4 into 1, 4 students. Bench y equal to 2, then 4 into 2, 8 students. If benches are 3, 4, 3 is 12. Like that we can represent. But one bench will be left means we have to remove that bench. That's why we are having, instead of y benches, we will take here y minus 1 benches. Then we can represent same data as we are reducing one bench, then we can write as y minus 1. But each bench there are 4 students, we can write as x equal to 4 of y minus 1. Then we can write as x equal to 4 into y, 4y minus 4. Then this is the second situation. This one we can convert into standard form. X minus 3y minus 1 equal to 0, x minus 4y plus 4 equal to 0. Then we can check how many, this is the just a situation representing into the pair of linear equation in 2 variable. After that we can draw the graph of this one. First of all, check how many solutions exist for both the lines. We will check the ratio a1 by a2, coefficient of x by coefficient of x in the both the equations. 1 by 1 is nothing but 1. b1 by b2 ratio is nothing but minus 3 by minus 4, nothing but 3 by 4. c1 by c2 nothing but minus 1 by 4, nothing here minus 1 by 4. Here the ratio, if you check 1 is not equal to 3 by 4, we can conclude that a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, hence it has a unique solution. We can say consistent also. Now we can plot the graph. How we have to represent the first equation y in terms of x. How we can convert this first equation is x minus 1 by 3, nothing but y. The second equation is x plus 4 by 4 is nothing but y. Here second equation. Now take any values convenient for integer values is, if you get, you can plot easily. That's why you take randomly any 2 or 3 x values, you have to get y value in the rational number integer part. If you take x is 1 in the first line, y equal to x minus 1, x equal to 1 minus 1 by 3, nothing but 0 by 3 is 0. Next, if you take x is 16, y equal to 16 minus 1 by 3, that is 15 by 3, that equal to 5. I am getting here integer part, that's why I am taking randomly integer suitable values here. X equal to 4 means y equal to 4 minus 1 by 3, nothing but 3 by 3, that is 1. I taken 3 values, x1, y0, x16, y5, x4, y1. If you take the second graph also, same thing, x is 0 means 4 by 4, that is nothing but y value is 1. X equal to 16 means y equal to 16 plus 4 by 4, that is 20 by 4, nothing but 5. X equal to 4 means y equal to 4 plus 4 by 4, 8 by 4, nothing but 2. I got the following points. Now I can plot the graph. Taking here, if you assume that x1, 16, 4, 0, 16, 4 means you take as a scale as x-axis 1 centimeter is 4 units, convenient, your convenient values, and y values is 0 to 5 means we can take scale on y-axis is 1 unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0, 4, 8, 12, 14, 16. Now plot the points. Is x is 1, y is 0 means the point lies on x-axis x1, y0, and x is 16, y5. You have to check and plot, and x is 4, y is 1. This is the, we can draw the line. Next, after that, if you take x is 0, y is 1, the point on y-axis, x is 16, y is 5, same point, draw the line. If 2 points is there, we can draw the line, and after that third point also always lies on that line, because that is a solution of that line. X is 4, y is 2, x is 4, y is 2, this is the point. Therefore both are intersecting at 16, 5. Therefore we can conclude that that is a solution. X is 16 means we can say number of students are 16, number of benches is 5. We can conclude in that way. Now we will go with the next methods. We have completed graph, that is a very important question, 4 marks. We can represent the data in the pair of linear equation in 2 variable, and as well as we can solve by 3 methods. One is graphical and other is algebraic. We are having elimination, substitution. Graph is very important for 4 marks question. Now we can go with substitution, elimination method. How can you do elimination method? Means same equations I taken, x minus 3y equal to 1 and x minus 4y equal to minus 4. By above equations only I have taken, and here elimination method means the first condition you have to choose, you want to eliminate x or y. First of all you have to decide which one is suitable. You can eliminate one of the variable. Here I can, and which one you decided, then after that you make the coefficient is same. If I want to eliminate x means I need to bring both the coefficient is same, here 1, here 1. We can simply direct, if the sign is same then we can interchange the subtract. If sign is different then you have to add the both the equations. If I want to eliminate here y means, here I need to get 4 multiplication and here I have to multiply 3. Then you will get 12y, 12y. The sign is same, then you have to subtract. If sign is different, one is plus and other is minus means you have to add simply the equation. Now here I want to eliminate x means 1, 1 same is there, simply subtract equation 1 multiply with 1 and equation 2 multiply with 1 and subtract. Then you will get as same equation x minus 3y equal to 1, x minus 4y equal to minus 4. Then as both are same sign, then you have to subtract. Here subtracting means plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, minus becomes plus here. Then x will get cancelled, and then after that 4y minus 3y is nothing but 1y. Both are like terms, 4y minus 3y is 1y and 1 plus 4 is 5. I got y value is 5. Then after that this y value 5 you substitute any one of the equation, either 1 or in equation 2. If I substitute in the equation 1, x minus 3y equal to 1, substitute this y value is 5 here, x minus 3 into 5 equal to 1, x equal to 1 plus 15, then nothing but 16. Now the x comma y, the solution is 16 comma 5. In that way we can get the elimination method, whereas graphically we got solution is 16 comma 5. In the elimination method also we can get 16 comma 5. If you are having any doubt in the graphically, you go with the elimination in the rough work and plot that points in the graph. And as if you go substitution method, same equations I taken, x minus 3y equal to 1 and x minus 4y equal to minus 4. In the substitution method what I have to, the procedure is express one variable in terms of the another variable, change as y in terms of x or x in terms of y, any one of the method you can follow. Now here I am changing as y in terms of x. From equation 1, nothing but x minus 3y is 1. I am changing y in terms of y terms together one side and x and constants to the other side. I am taking 3y to the right side and plus 1 bring to the left side. X minus 1 equal to 3y. Then after that LHS you can write as RHS, RHS you can write as LHS. 3y equal to x minus 1. Then y equal to, send this, transpose this 3 also to the right side. Then y equal to x minus 1 by 3. This y equal to x minus 1 by 3 is substituted in the second equation. Why? Because this came from first equation, not to substitute again in the first. Substitute this y value in the second equation, you will get as x minus 4y equal to minus 4. In the place of y you will write as x minus 1 by 3. Now 1, 3, LCM is 3. 3 into x, 3x, minus 4 into x, minus 4x, minus into minus plus 4. That equal to minus 4. Cross multiply 3x minus 4x is nothing but minus x plus 4. This 3 going right side you will get minus 12. Minus x plus 4 equal to minus 12. Bring a minus x to the right side. 12 plus 4 equal to x, x equal to 16. Now I got x is 16. This x 16 substitute in the, here we already simplified y in terms of x, substitute in that equation. I got x is 16, substitute in y equal to x minus 1 by 3. Now y equal to 16 minus 1 by 3, nothing but x equal to 15 by 5, nothing but x equal, y equal to 5. Here therefore the solution I got as x comma y equal to 16 comma 5. In the three situations we got the same solution, whereas in graphically or elimination method or substitution method. And one more method is there, cross multiplication, but that method is not in the state board, those are in the CBSE. And if you go with pair of linear equation in two variable, 2x plus 3y equal to 5, 3x plus 3y equal to 6. For this solution, y coefficient is not given, p, some missing value, very important question, that is they can ask 1 or 2 marks question, chances is there, pair of linear equation. For what value of p, the following pair of linear equation represent unique solution. They can ask a unique solution or in no solution or a coincident, infinitely many solution. They can give any one of the condition. Here they given the unique solution for what value of p, the following pair of linear equations represent a unique solution. That is, since the pair of linear equation is having unique solution, that is we need to write the condition a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2. nothing but here a1 quotient is a quotient, a1 is nothing but the quotient of x in the first equation, a2 is nothing but quotient of x in the second equation, b1 is nothing but quotient of y in the first equation, b2 is nothing but quotient of y in the second equation. 1 means first equation, 2 means second equation, c1 c2 are the constant terms. If you take a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, a1 is 2 by 3 not equal to p by 3, 3 will get cancelled, p not equal to 2. Therefore we can conclude that p not equal to 2 having the both the lines having a unique solution. And if you go some other methods is there, reduce into linear. First of all they can give the equations 1 by x plus 1 by y equal to 5 or 1 by x minus 1, 1 by y. They can give like that. We have to reduce. Those are not in linear. Why? Because whenever the variable is like this, if you negative exponent, then that is not a polynomial and that is also not a linear. Then we can say that this not in linear, reduce them into linear by substituting 1 by x is some a and 1 by y is b. Like that we can substitute and reduce into linear. Then after that go with elimination or substitution. Same way some other problems work done, men and women, those relations they can give. First of all we have to convert that into equations and after that reduce into pair of linear equation into variable and solve for elimination or substitution method. Some other problems, downstream and upstream problems, we need to find out speed of the boat or speed of the train, speed of the car. They can give what is the speed of the car. The given situation we have to reduce into, first of all converting into equations, those are not in linear, then reduce into linear, then solve by any one of the method. The next chapter is quadratic equation. In this chapter we are going to study, check whether the given equation is quadratic or not, and after that represent the data in the quadratic equation form. Any word problem is given, we have to convert into quadratic equation in one variable. Here basically we are studying one variable, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a is not equal to 0, a, b, c are belongs to real numbers. And the next, after representing the given data, we can solve for solution by any one of the method, factorization or formula or a completing square method. And based on, and one more topic is factorization, completing square method, discriminant, and by formula also we can find out the solution for given quadratic equation. And the quadratic equation have equal real roots, find the value of k. Here the one of the quotient is missing, they will give k or p. We need to find out they will give the, whenever missing in the quadratic equation they will give both the quadratic equation as equal real roots. Then we can apply the condition discriminant, that b square minus 4ac value. Discriminant nothing but a delta, we can write as b square minus 4ac. Here delta, or we can write capital D. If you go, I will take some examples and I will discuss these topics one by one. Now we discussed that the given equation is quadratic or not. How we can check means, if the given equation in the form of x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equal to x minus 2 whole cube, a minus b whole cube, we need to expand a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Like that we can apply that formula, we can get as x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equal to x cube minus 2 cube minus 3 of x square into 2 plus 3x into 2 square. If you simplify, x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 equal to x cube, 2 cube is 8 minus 6x square plus 12x. If you bring all terms to the left side, you will get x cube will get cancelled, and 6x square becomes plus 6x square, 6x square minus 4x square is 2x square, and 12x minus 12x minus x is minus 13x, and 1 plus 8, that is 9. Then we can get the quadratic equation, means yes, this is in the form of quadratic equation. If you go, next one is represent the data in the quadratic equation. If you want to represent, if I have taken one example from textbook, here a rectangular park is to be designed whose breadth is 3 meter less than its length, and its area is to be 4 square meter more than the area of the park that has already been made in the shape of an isosceles triangle, with its base as the breadth of the rectangular park and altitude is 12 meter. Find its length and breadth. He is given this question. We need to frame the quadratic equation. First of all, whatever the data is given, first of all you have to convert into quadratic equation. How can we convert? This is the rectangle is given, and This is a triangle, isosceles triangle, and altitude is given. And one more thing, breadth is 3 meter less than the length. If I take this is the length x, then the breadth is x minus 3. Then this breadth act like a base of the triangle. That's why we taken breadth is this x minus 3, and the length. If you take breadth is x, means length is x plus 3. 3 more. The difference should be always 3. If you take whatever the value you take, the difference should be 3. Means the length is always 3 more than the breadth. Here you take in length is x, means breadth is x minus 3. If you take breadth is x, then length is x plus 3. Depend on situation, but finally we will get the same dimensions. Then if you take length is x, breadth is x minus 3, and altitude is 12. You take as length x, breadth x minus 3, altitude 12. Area of rectangle. The given condition is here given rectangular area is 4 more than the triangle area. Means we need to difference area of rectangle minus area of triangle is nothing but 4 meters square. Area of rectangle nothing but length into breadth. Area of triangle is half into base into height. Now the given dimensions, if you substitute here x into x minus 3 minus half into 1 by 2 into x minus 3 into 12 equal to 4. 2 1 are 2 6. If you still simplify, you will get as x square minus 3x minus 6 of x minus 3 equal to 4. X square minus 3x minus 6 into x is minus 6x, minus into minus plus 18. Bring 4 to the left side, you will get minus 4 equal to 0. Then you will get x square minus 9x plus 14 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. After that, we can go with the formula or factorization or completing square method. Based on this equation only, I will explain all the factorization, completing square method, and formula and discriminant value. We can get only by this equation. I will explain how to do. Factorization already we studied in the polynomial. If you see x square minus 9x plus 14 equal to 0, arrange them in the descending order. Then after that, first term into last term, 1 into 14, I want to get product is 14, and the sum of the two numbers should be minus 9. Minus 9, how can I split? Means minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9, minus into minus plus 7 to the 14 you will get. Means we can split this minus 9x as x square minus 7x minus 2x plus 14 equal to 0. In the first two terms, I can take common as x. If you take it common, x into x minus 7 minus 2, we can write here whatever the factor x minus 7, same thing we can write here. Then minus 2x, x is there, means remaining is minus 2. Now in the two terms, I can say x minus 7 is common, and x minus 7 remaining term is x here, and here remaining term is minus 2. Then product of two numbers 0 means either first term is 0 or second term 0, x equal to 7 or x equal to 2. Then the roots are x equal to 7 comma 2. Same thing if you go with the quadratic equation formula, ax square plus bx plus c, that is the quadratic equation general form. What is the formula? Means finding the roots means x equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here minus of minus 9. Here we have to compare a value is 1, b value minus 9, a value is 1, b value minus 9, c value is 4. Substitute in this formula, you will get minus of minus 9 plus or minus root minus 9 square minus 4 into 14 by 2. Then you will get 9 plus or minus root 9 square is 81, minus 14 4s are 56 by 2. 9 plus or minus root 25 by 2. Then you take root 25 value is 5. Then we can take 1 time plus 9 plus 5 by 2, 9 minus 5 by 2, 14 by 2, 4 by 2. Then you will get 7 comma 2 are the two roots. Then if you go with completing square method, here x square minus 9x plus 14 equal to 0, x square minus 9x. In the completing square method, if you go with completing square method, x square minus 9x plus 14 equal to 0, same equation I have taken. Here first step what you have to do, x square quotient is 1, then no need to divide. If x square quotient is 5x square, then you have to divide throughout the equation both sides by 5. If here x square quotient is 1 is there, no need to divide. Then second step is you have to send c term to the right side. This plus 14 becomes, you will get minus 14. Then x square minus 9x equal to minus 14. Then arrange the first term is x square is a perfect square, we can write as x whole square. Then arrange the middle term as 2ab term, minus 2 into a into b we can write. Here a is nothing but x, b here 9 is there, 9 in the 9 2 is not a factor, then we can divide by 2. Whenever we are writing here 2, you have to always divide with the 2, because 9 in the 9 2 is not a factor, that's why 9 by 2. 2 will get cancelled, again you will get the same result. Then 2 into x into 9 by 2 equal to minus 14, and in this situation we got a square minus 2ab, then the missing term is plus b square, then we can write perfect square. Then we have to adding on both sides with the 9 by 2 whole square on both sides, then we can get here a square minus 2ab plus b square, 9 by 2 whole square. Then RHS you are having 9 by 2 square minus 14. Why? Because this 2 will get cancelled and again you will get above result only. Then LHS spot you will get a square minus 2ab plus b square, nothing but a minus b whole square, nothing but x minus 9 by 2 whole square. Here 9 by 2 whole square is 81 by 4 minus 14. If you take the LCM is 4, 81 minus 56. Then x minus 9 by 2 whole square is 25 by 4, nothing but x minus 9 by 2 is square going other side means plus or minus root. Then I got plus or minus root 25 by 4. The x minus 9 by 2 equal to 5 by 2. X minus 9 by 2 equal to minus 5 by 2. One you take as one as positive and other root is negative. Then you will get x equal to 9 by 2 plus 5 by 2, x equal to 9 by 2 minus 5 by 2. Then you will get x equal to 14 by 2, x equal to 4 by 2. Then x equal to 7, 2 are the required roots. If you go next to last concept is in this one, discriminant already we discussed b square minus 4ac. Discriminant we can write as capital D or delta. Here same quadratic equation, how can you find out discriminant means b square minus 4ac. This is minus 9 whole square minus 4 into 14. Here a value 1, b value 9, minus 9, c value 14, already we have discussed here. Then minus 9 whole square minus 4 into 14, that equal to 81 minus 56, nothing but 25, which is greater than 0. We can conclude that it has two distinct real roots. If you go last concept is, if the quadratic equation has equal real roots, then find the value of k. Here the given equation is 2x square plus kx plus 3 equal to 0. Then since the quadratic equation has equal real roots, we can write the condition is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. That is k square minus 4 into 2 into 3, that equal to 0. K square equal to 4 2 is 8, 8 3 is 24, going right side means plus 24, square going other side means plus or minus root 24, that nothing but plus or minus 2 root 6. This completes the this chapter. You can go with word problems. The next two chapters are similar triangles and tangents and secants to a circle. We will go what are the concepts is there in that. I cannot explain deeply here. Similar triangle you have to follow with BPT, basic proportionality theorem, very important concept. Based on that they can ask find the value of x. For a given triangle they will give the missing values x and they will say the line is parallel, find the value of, in a triangle the line is parallel to the third side, then find the value of x they can give. In that case we will apply the BPT concept. Application we have to use here basic proportionality theorem. What is saying that in a triangle, if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, then it divides other two sides in the same ratio. That concept here we will apply and we can get the value of x. That may be a quadratic equation or a linear only, we can get the solution. If you go in that BPT also, some condition trapeziums they will give. We need to show that the condition, or sometimes in a quadrilateral they will give condition. We need to find out that we need to show that that is a trapezium. If and only if this is vice versa, means sometimes they will give trapezium, we need to show that the condition, whatever to prove that condition we need to show, and if a condition is given we need to show that that is a trapezium. That here one concept and this is second BPT. And construction of a line segment, the line segment length they will give, or sometimes randomly you take and that divides into 5:3, we need to divide. That is we studied in the lower session how to do, and that to first exercise almost that part. And if you go with the second exercise, based on these three criterions, similarity criterions, angle, SAS, SSS, based on that three criteria, the given to whatever the given data is there, we need to convert it to triangles and apply these conditions. One angle criteria, SAS, SSS. Based on that conditions, we can say that both the triangles are similar. First of all, what is similar and congruent means? In 9th class we studied that congruent means both are coincident. Similar means both are in the same ratio. That is the difference. In the same way, similarity means we need to ratios are by using the criteria. Any two angles are equal, we can say both the triangles are similar. Why? Because the third angle is by angle sum property, we can say third angle is also equal to the two corresponding triangles. In that way, the second exercise, based on identification of angles, we can prove that conditions. And if you go third exercise, very small exercise, and based on theorem 8.6, whenever two triangles are similar, areas ratio nothing but the square of the ratios sides, nothing but here area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is nothing but AB by PQ, sides ratio and square, like that. This application is there, and based on this we can give the areas, area of triangle ABC and area of triangle PQR, and they can give one corresponding side. We need to find out other corresponding side. Sometimes they can give one triangle area and two corresponding sides they will give, then we can get the third side triangle area we can get by using this formula. And the fourth concept is Pythagoras theorem. That application we need to take a right angle triangle is there, means hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square. Based on the given condition we need to apply this fourth little bit lengthy exercises will be there. And one more important 4 marks question they can ask, construction of a similar triangle. This choice for ogive graph, maybe chances most number of times they ask for similar triangle construction. First of all, the given data you have to construct a triangle, otherwise they not given any data, means take your own measurements and construct a triangle. Then after that you have to check the proper fraction or improper fraction. If proper fraction is there, that always less than 1, the scale factor is less than 1, means the new figure will be a reduced one. If the scale factor is greater than 1, enlarged one, you have to extend the given triangle into enlarged more. And we can verify by using similarity conditions. Sides ratio will be same, and as well as angles also equal. Then we can conclude that both triangles are similar. In that way we can find out. This is very important construction of tangent. Like this we can follow. And if you go with the tangents and secants, what are the major concepts means? First one is theorem 9.1, that is radius is perpendicular to the tangent. We need to prove that theorem, and by that application, whenever length of the tangent we can get, whenever radius is perpendicular to the tangent, means we can use their Pythagoras application, hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square. Out of that 3 measurements, they will give 2 measurements, we need to find out one more measurement by missing. And the length of the tangent, very important, they can ask 1 mark or 2 marks questions. And some concepts we need to prove that end point of the diameter of tangents are parallel. We need to show that by using the same radius concept. We will apply 90 degrees and 90 degrees. Alternate angles are equal. We can use both the lines are parallel. In that way, 1 or 2 marks question they can ask. Length of the tangents are equal. Very important concept. This is theorem. We can prove by Pythagoras as well as RHS congruency rule. Both conditions we can prove. Length of the tangents are equal. Very important concept. Based on this we can prove some problems like this. Length of the tangents are equal. Here O, radius, Q are joint. We proved that length of the tangent, radius is perpendicular to tangent. In that case we can use RHS congruency, or you can use Pythagoras. We can solve length of P here, PQ equal to PR. We can conclude that PQ equal to PR. Very important concept. Length of the tangents are equal. And based on statements, 4 statements we are having, and that statements quadrilateral inscribing a circle, and we can get the condition opposites sum AB plus CD equal to BC plus DA. This condition we can get some problems. Or construction of tangents. If a point is on the circle, exactly we can construct one tangent. If a point is outside the circle, we can construct 2 tangents. And some concentric circle, we can get the length of the tangent, like that concepts. And sector, we are already studied in the lower sections. Sector definition we can apply. Sector is nothing but a region enclosed between 2 radii and an arc. And area of minor segment, area of major segment. If you go with area of minor segment and major segment by using the sector concept, first of all we will find out the sector area, and after that subtracting this triangle area, then we will get minor segment. Then this remaining part is major segment. We can get areas, and the area of the shaded region, that also important part only. And what I am saying in these 2 chapters, basically you have to read the statements every day one time, and each time now you are having nearly 10 days time for examination. At least you revise these two chapter statements you have to revise at least one time daily, similar triangle and tangents, and these statements will help you for your examination. Whenever the application problem they ask means it is useful, and as well as this statements at least minimum one time you revise, and as well as daily two chapters revise. Now formulas also, mensuration, trigonometry formulas you revise. If time is there, I will explain trigonometry and application in the next class.